So we are learning today the most important lesson in Unit 3-4. What is it? You guys are lucky because you are present today. Right? Why is it most important? We are learning the ledger account and double entry system. Right? So what is double entry system? So double entry system is actually in terms of the in terms of accounting, I would say this is the heart of accounting. Yeah? Then don't ask me about the other organs, okay? Don't ask me liver, right? Yes. Right. Okay. This is what I meant is most important aspect in accounting, double entry system, right? Have you heard about double entry system?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like on one side, because counting equation with question, and the other side also.
Other side?
Yeah.
Yes, and what do you think? Yes? Anybody else? Sorry? Debit credit, yes. Yeah, basically, yeah. What actually happens here is, what we've been doing actually a little while ago. What did we do? We basically dealt with the accounting equation, yes? We made sure that our accounting equation balances. So, always, if there is an impact on a particular item of an accounting element, there should be a similar impact, right? Or maybe opposite impact on another accounting element, or maybe in the same accounting element, right? And then at the end of the transaction, or at the end of the impacts, still the accounting equation will balance, right? So that is actually what was introduced by our father of accounting. Have you heard about father of accounting? No, that's father of economics. Right? So it is Luca Pacioli. Have you heard? He was an Italian who lived, I think, around 500 years ago in the 16th century, mathematician. So that's what he said. You know how accounting was evolved? Right? There was a merchant. I should have told you this one, no? Haven't I told you this one before? Right. So there was one merchant who was a friend of this man, Luca. So this Luca was a mathematician and mathematics teacher. So then this merchant came and they met one day and said, the merchant said that when I sum up the transactions, calculations, numbers, always I get wrong answers. Right? That's what he said. So when he is adding his numbers, he gets wrong answers, wrong totals. Then he asked a solution for this one from this man, our man, Luca. So Luca was Italian. Okay, Luca was an Italian. So then Luca said, look, get the numbers and write them on one piece of paper or one place, and then get the total. And write the same set of numbers in another place and get the total and check if the total is the same. Simple thing. That's the start of the double entry system. Same thing we are going to do here. Same thing we are doing in accounting. Okay? Right. So see what did we do in the balance sheet? We made sure that one side assets are equal to the liabilities plus one's equity, yes? Okay. Right. Now, first we will write the note, guys. Ledger accounts. Ledger account is an accounting record showing all the transactions that affect a particular item in accounting elements. Right? Okay. So what is a ledger account? Now see, this is a simple format of the ledger account. We call T form, right? This is what we call as T form. Why? Because this looks like a T, yes, capital T, right? T form, right? So ledger account is, guys, an accounting record. If you can remember, when we learned the accounting process, we said what is the first stage in the accounting process? Source document. Second one, recording. In the recording, do you remember examples? What were the recording examples of the recording we did? We said firstly, journals. Then, which cards? Inventory cards. Third one was this one, ledger accounts. Our ledger account is also a record, right? So remember, guys, for a particular ledger account, firstly I'll explain about the ledger account. For each and every accounting element, and also for each and every items in the accounting elements, we will have a separate ledger account. Meaning, for bank account, we will have a ledger account. Inventory, another ledger account. Accounts receivable, another one, right? All the other, you name it, right? All the items in both balance sheet and income statement, we will have a separate ledger account, not the elements in the cash flow statement, right? All the individual items in the balance sheet and the income statement will have a separate ledger. Okay. We might have, so as a result, we might have hundreds of ledger accounts in a business. Right. Next one, general ledger. General ledger means, general ledger is the collection of all the ledger accounts. For example, general ledger can be the form of, actually when I was an accountant, we did, once I had a manual system, right? Okay, so manually, what we did? We take a big book like this, right? So then each and every page will have a separate ledger account. So let's say this one we have bank account, this one we have inventory account, right? Next page will have accounts receivable. Like that, each and every page will have a separate ledger account. So then the collection of all the ledger accounts we will call, what is it? General ledger. Make sense? If we were to maintain ledger accounts manually like that, right? We will have all the ledger accounts collected in one place. We call general ledger, which is the main ledger. Meaning, can we have other ledgers? Yes. Like some businesses have. If you do business management, some businesses have. Let's say, for example, toll, or the tollway, the toll that transport business, Linfox, yes, they have thousands of vehicles. For example, toll had 40,000 trucks a few years ago, right? Then they have 40,000 different ledgers for each vehicle. See, so that means we'll have a vehicle ledger. So similarly, if we have machinery, right, then we'll have a machinery ledger. If we have accounts receivable, many accounts receivable, hundreds of accounts receivable or accounts payable, we'll have separate ledger. However, guys, general ledger is the main ledger. Why do we say main ledger? That's where we maintain this so-called double entry system. Okay, we are going to learn the double entry right now. Okay, before that, we'll write the note for the general ledger. Before that, I want to introduce you this one. This ledger account, guys, this left-hand side we call debit, and we denote it by DR, like doctor. Right? This is the, what is it? Left-hand side, LHS.
Why is that R?
Yeah, I'll tell you why it is. There is no R here, yes? Yeah. Actually, I also don't know, but I guess I'll tell you. Okay? Then the right hand side we call credit. That is denoted by what? CR. So that's the right hand side. Okay? So you know why Pranav we call DR there? Because see, credit we have, I think I don't know exactly. Okay? We have CR here. And then as a result, the other side we call DR. Okay? That's why, because there is no R in the debit test. Yeah, that's the thing. Right. That's how we, debit and credit. Left hand side of the ledger account of all the ledger accounts, okay? We call debit. Right hand side?
Credit.
Yes, Christian?
Credit.
Okay? Right. Now we'll write the general ledger. Is the collective name for the main group of ledger accounts where double entry accounting system is maintained. General ledger includes all 5 accounting elements apostrophe ledger accounts. Right. Now we have double entry rules, guys. Right. Every transaction must be recorded in at least 2 ledger accounts. Next one, every transaction must be recorded on the debit side of at least 1 ledger account and on the credit side of another account.
Wait, what? Wait, so one debit has to be there, one credit has to be
Yes. So every debit has
credit.
a credit. On the other hand, every credit has a
Debit.
debit.
So like, say you're getting a loan, right?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Then wouldn't that be a credit for loan account and the cash account?
No, cash will be debited. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Now, we are going to learn those rules, guys. And this is the only not logical part in accounting. There are 10 rules, right? This is the only not logical part. There's no logic. It's like what? So now see in Australia, which side do we drive on the road? Left hand side, right? Then some countries, right hand side. There is no in logic. Yeah, so that's your choice. Same thing. Okay, I'll tell you why it is. Okay. Now we'll write first one, guys. Summary of ledger entries or double entry accounting principles. So this one, firstly we are talking about assets. Increase in assets we record in the debit. If our assets increase, that particular ledger account we record in the debit. If that asset decrease, opposite, credit.
This is because in economics here, when it's a credit, it's like an inflow. Right?
Yes, I'll explain you why it is. Yeah, that's correct. That's also like accounting. I'll explain. Right. Next one. Same thing for the bank statement. Remember, if you remember bank statement, when we receive money, what do we record? Which side do we record? On the bank statement. Do you remember? Or you want to show the bank statement? Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Okay, guys. Then assets. Next one. We'll write expenses. Increase in expenses. Debit. Decrease in expenses. Credit. Okay. Next one. Number 3. Liabilities. Increase in liabilities. Credit. Decrease in liabilities. Debit. So all the other ones are, all the previous two are different, yes? Right. Next one. Liabilities, then after that, owner's equity. Right, increase in owner's equity, I'll write it as OE. Credit, and decrease in OE, debit. Next one, revenues, last one. Increase in revenues, credit, decrease in revenues, debit. Okay, now I'll give you a couple of minutes. Please have a look at it, those 10 rules, and I'm going to ask you questions.
I can't like get the logic.
Oh, really? Oh, we'll see.
Money going out. Oh, it's like when the asset coming in, when money's coming in. So money's going out. Assets, money going out. Yeah. No, but assets, cash bank. So, in cash inflows. So just group them, right? So assets and expenses. Assets and expenses, debit, credit, and then liability. So liabilities are basically revenues, credit, AE and LO.
Done? Done reading, everyone? Okay. Now, what did you really observe here? Do you observe anything here? Nothing? Really?
Assets and expenses.
Assets and expenses are
The same.
same. Very good. Right? Wonderful. One thing.
Other three are the same.
Other three are also
Same.
similar. Right? Similar to assets and expenses? No. Similar to themselves. Yes? Right. And also, they are opposite to each other. Yes? Assets and expenses are opposite to the last three. What else? Nothing? Yes, Anya, what do you think? Huh? Okay. All right. So, sorry.
Would you say like revenues and expenses are like similar to earnings equity?
Revenues and expenses are similar to owner's equity. You sure? No. In terms of the rule, no. The other one is, guys, if the increase is in debit, opposite, or the decrease is in credit. On the other hand, if the increase is credit, opposite, debit. Right? So those are the kind of logics. Why now? Remember this one, these 10 rules, guys. You must remember. You are not getting it in the exam, or not given to you printed. You have to remember. So there is an easy method, however, to remember this one. Like, trust me, there are some students. There was even one student, like, who finished exam 3 weeks ago, yes? 2 weeks ago. By that time also, like in the last class also, he's still struggling with this one, double entry. So we can't do it like that, guys. You must remember, today. I mean, starting today in the sense, it is very easy. It is like pretty simple. Now I'll tell you a method. What you can do is, like, take a A4 sheet, write in big letters, right? Because like what I gave you is like half the page. That's not enough. Take a big, A4, whatever, like as big as, basically a bigger space, and write these 10 rules, and have it in front of your basically eye contact, where basically it can be somewhere in the yes, exactly, I was going to tell you. Where is it? In the toilet? Yes, that's fine. I don't care wherever it is. Right? Maybe at the back of the toilet door, or maybe in front, on top of your table, where you study. Otherwise, maybe on your phone screen, computer screen, wherever. The logic is you need to have eye contacts mostly. That's it. Like in one week, 2 weeks, done. Right? See, still there are some students who are that committed, who can't remember the double entry when they are about to go to the VC exam. What can we do? Guys, this is the most basic thing. And also, guys, it is pretty simple. I know, like, you can use, like, if you want, I can give you acronyms as well, but rather than acronyms, this is simple. Remember, assets and expenses are similar. Increase, both of them increase debit, decrease credit, because if you know the increase, opposite is credit, right? Liabilities, owner's equity, revenues, increase credit, decrease debit. That's it. Okay? Right. Now, why remember I said that this is the only thing that is not logical in accounting. Why is that? Because, as I said, what if you ask me, can't we reverse these things? Yes, we can. We can, yes. Now, assets and expenses, we are going to say increase in assets and expenses credit, decrease debit, and these are also we are going to reverse. It's like,
You can do that.
we can't, but if somebody wants, we can. As I told you, remember, like here we are driving on the left hand side, some countries they are driving on right hand side. Like that.
It's a choice. It's like a choice.
We have to,
Yeah.
If we pick one side,
Yes.
we have to stick on it.
We have to stick on it. Because now everybody is following that one. Now see, in Australia, everyone is driving on the left hand side. Like, we can't just drive on the right hand side, can we? And whether we like it or not, we are driving on the same side. Same thing. That's why I said this is not logical. Right. However, guys, yes, whether we like it or not, we have to follow this one. Right. Now I'm going to show you how we are going to record it. Right? How we are going to record it. Firstly, there is one thing called analyzing chart. Right? Then after that, we are going to record it in the ledger accounts. Right? Right? We'll do it. Okay, please read the exercise 1. Page 4, yes? No. Just ask you to read. Harry. Good morning. Yeah. Huh? In your dreams? Yeah. What did I tell you?
Credit debit.
Okay. Okay, guys. Right. And what is this one? And green. Wants to be surrounded by green. Yeah. So wanted to start a business. Right. Then what is the first transaction? Contributed 40,000 to commence the business. Right. As we did, in the balance sheet. Same thing we are going to do. Right. Contributed 40,000 cash to commence the business. Then what will happen, guys? Now, remember, this is the logic. Right. Always follow this one, what I'm telling you. Pretty simple after that. Some people, they are too smart. They are going to be too smart and they follow their own method. Rather than that, please follow me. You will be alright. Okay? Right. Firstly, in every question, you have to figure out what items have been affected. For example, in first one, what items have been affected, guys? Yes, cash and capital. Cash and capital. What has happened to cash? Then the other thing is you have to figure out what has happened to it. Whether it increases, decreases. What happens to the cash? Increase. Everyone agrees with increase? Because some students say decrease. Why? Because they are thinking from the owner's perspective. So you have to think from the business's perspective. They think, owner's cash has decreased. Yeah, that's correct. But we don't care. Yeah. So, right? Yeah, correct. So basically, business's cash has increased. Okay. And what is the other item affected? Capital. What happens to the capital? Increase. Okay. Shall we record it? Right. Firstly, May 1st, the account affected. Cash at bank, or otherwise I have given it as bank, so we'll call it as bank. Right? In the exam, guys, remember? Okay? Yeah, Varun. In the exam, you have to follow this exact same title given by the question. We can't change it. If it has been given bank, you have to say bank. If it has been given as cash at bank, you can't change it to bank. You have to write cash at bank. Otherwise, examiner can make it wrong. Examiner will say it's a different ledger account. Okay, so be careful. Right? Okay, bank. Classification? Yes? Asset. We'll write a increase, decrease? Increase. We can just write INC. Okay. Now, we have to use the rule. Yes, Krishan? Debit. Why?
Because assets.
Bank is an asset. Asset increases. Debit. How much?
40,000.
40,000. Okay. Then shall we go to the ledger account? Yes?
What about the capital?
Capital we'll record later. First we will go to the bank. Okay. Now. Right. Now what do we do? Which side do we record?
The left side.
Left hand side, which is the debit. Good. So we'll write the date firstly, May 1st. We'll put on the debit side 40,000. What is the cross reference? Cross reference means yes, the name of the other ledger account, the name of the corresponding ledger account. Sorry? Capital. Very good. Capital. So can we write the bank here? No, it's like, if you are going to send a letter to somebody, you have to write the other party's address. Yes, you can't write your own address. It will come back to you. Right? You have to write the other party's one. Okay? Right. Now we'll go to the next one, which is, the next part. So we'll write capital, leave some space, guys, like you press the tab. Indent, yes? Yep, press the tab. Leave some space here. Okay, I'll tell you why it is. It looks nice actually. Right? Then you know the other entry. Right? Get used to that one. Right. Then next one. What is the classification on a security? Increase, decrease. Sorry? Increase. Which side, debit or credit? Credit. Right. Now we'll go to the capital account. What do we do, guys? May 1st. The amount is how much? 40,000. Make sure you record on the credit side, on the right hand side. And then cross reference. Bang. Good. Right. Next one. Rented a small office paying 500 rent plus GST for May 25. Right? What do we do, guys? Okay, so in this one, May 2nd, small office paying 500 rent. What are the items affected? Bank, GST, net profit, rent. Yeah, expense or prepaid.
Expense. For May 25.
Yeah, for May. We are paying on the second day.
So it's rent.
Expense. Prepaid.
Actually prepaid. Why? We are paying for next 30 days. Asset. Right? Okay. Now what happens to prepaid rent? Sorry, I'll write if you know. Prepaid rent. What is it?
Expense.
Asset. Prepaid rent is an asset for now.
You should write prepaid rent expense.
Sorry?
You should write prepaid rent expense because on this account.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. Prepaid rent expense. Write it.
Does it matter if I put bank first?
You can write Sanya, but better to write the debit entry first. There is nothing wrong, but that's the practice. We always write the debit entry. That's a good question, right? We write the debit entry first. Prepaid rent, asset. What happens? Increase. Debit or credit?
Debit.
Debit. Why?
this is asset.
Asset increases. Very good. Next one. GST clearing. Very good. What is it, guys? GST clearing, is it an asset? What did I say in the previous question? GST is always treated as a liability. Liability. Okay? GST is always treated as a liability. Okay, we'll write liability. So what happens to the liability then? Decrease. How much? 50. Debit or credit? Debit. Why is it, Harry? Liability decreases. Debit. Good. Good memory. Next one. Bank. What is it? Asset. What is it? Decreasing. 550.
When you write the 500 and 50? Like, do we have to write it to the side?
What do you mean by side? Like to your right hand side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either way. I mean, basically, I would write like that because I always calculate manually, so it's easier for me to add and subtract when I write it like that. I don't use the calculator.
Yeah.
Huh?
You never use calculator.
I will rarely use it if it has decimals. Otherwise, I don't use. You seen I'm using the calculator? Even in general maths, I don't use. Matrices, I do like manually.
How bad is it? That's weird.
Yeah, weird, yes. Yeah. Because when we were in the uni, we didn't have the scientific, what is it?
Yes,
CAS. We didn't have the CAS. We had the scientific, but we didn't have the CAS.
So you do all the rows and the columns like
Not if it is like too complicated, like squaring it, I wouldn't do it. But I mean, few times squaring, I wouldn't do it. No point. But once, it's okay.
It's like you do like linear regression without a calculator.
What is it?
Like linear regression.
Linear regression. Linear regression. What kind of what?
Like when you get a plus bx, you know the formula. Like,
Yes. Yeah, I mean calculations. Like if there are simple calculation, I don't use the calculator. Okay, guys. Right. Because for my VC, we didn't have calculators. And one of my friends actually brought the calculator. Earlier those days, like about 25 years ago, like some people had calculator. I mean the watch with the calculator. I remember one guy used to bring it there. I don't think he passed the exam. Your calculator itself wouldn't pass you the exam. Okay. Alright guys, now next one. Right. So now how do we record this one in the ledger account?
It's a debit. That's on the left hand side.
Yes, debit.
And the prepaid rent expense.
Yes, prepaid rent. We'll go to the prepaid rent. Write the date. May 2 second. Right. How much is the amount, guys? 500. What's the cross reference? Bank or GST? Or both? Bank. Why is that? I'll explain it. Now, guys, we should have technically recorded it like, firstly we have to debit prepaid rent 500 and then bank credit 500. Then GST debit 50, again bank credit 50. Make sense? Or doesn't make sense? Yeah? Make sense? Yeah. I'll write it. So basically what we should have recorded is prepaid rent 500 and bank 500. Next one, GST 50, bank 50. Yes, this should have been the original one. In your study design in VCE, when we have a common ledger account for the same transaction, we combine it. If you record like this in the exam, is it correct? Wrong. Don't record it like that. So that's why I had to write like this. Originally, what is it? This is the original transaction. Double entry thing. Record. Okay? So we basically after that we combine because we have a common ledger account and on the same side.
Wait, why is it wrong?
Yeah, that's wrong. In VC it's wrong, Pranav. Yeah. Make sense?
Yeah.
So in the future, if you come across like common ledger account like this, it is then you can construct the original one. Okay. Then prepaid rent, what happens? Bank, 500. GST, what happens? 50 on the debit side. What's the cross reference?
Bank.
Again bank. Then we record on the
Credit side.
prepaid rent. Where is prepaid? Oh no, the bank. What will happen to the bank, guys? Credit. The date is May 2nd. How much?
That's 2.
550. Yes.
Wouldn't you write it like bank? Wait, no. Wouldn't you
550.
write it
What is the cross reference?
GST clearing and prepaid rent expense.
Yes, prepaid rent / GST clearing.
Yeah, so we have to combine it then
Yes.
and not write it separately.
No. Did you do this at school? Yeah. Okay. Good. Done. Any questions? Right. Next one, guys. Number 3. Purchase inventory worth of 8,000 plus GST on credit. Purchase inventory 8,000 plus GST. Yes. What will happen? Okay. Is it okay? This is separated, guys. Is it okay if I record on the...
No, it decreased. But it
Hmm?
came
Either way is fine or... Okay. No, this is separated. Now there's only one line here. You want me to record everything here or... Is it... It's okay? Okay. Now May 3rd. Yes? No, May 5th, sorry. Purchase inventory worth of 8,000. So what are the items affected? Inventory. Inventory, what is it? Asset, increase, decrease. Increase. How much? 8,000. Debit side. Why is it debit? Asset increase, debit. Then, what's the next one?
What should you prepare?
GST clearing. Sorry. Before that, I should have given you this one. Sorry. I'll give you that. Please go to page number 3, guys. Double entries for the purchase of inventories in cash with GST.
I have a question. You put 8,000 for inventory, but it's plus GST.
Yeah, we'll add GST later, right? I mean, I'll show you. Yeah? Okay. But we don't add GST to the inventory. Is that what you're asking? No, not inventory. Where would we add add GST to?
Just declaring.
Now she's asking where we are combining, yeah?
Accounts payable.
Accounts payable. Is that what you asked? Okay. So actually it is a VC question. Right? It has 2 answers. I'll tell you. Firstly, we'll finish this one. Okay. So what is it? Purchase of inventory in cash. We debit inventory. You want me to put amounts? Say 100. Debit, what is it? GST clearing. How much? 10%. And where do you credit?
Accounts payable. But no. It's cash or bank.
Bank. 110. Right? Then if you purchase inventory on credit, what do we do? You debit inventory, say 200, debit GST clearing 20. Where do you credit? Accounts payable 220. Right? Okay guys, now inventory GST clearing, what is it? How much is GST clearing? Liability? Increase or decrease? Decrease. How much? 800. So then, what's the total? 8800. And then you are recording in where? Accounts payable. Liability, increase or decrease? Increase. How much? Sanya? How much is that? 80? 800. This is where we are. Okay. Okay, now what she asked. Why don't we add the 800 to the inventory? Why can't we say inventory is worth 8800 paying GST?
Because you didn't buy $8,800 worth of inventory.
Yes.
It's not like value inventory.
Sorry?
Value inventory.
Yes, value of inventory doesn't increase because of the fact that the GST has been paid. Okay, why is that? Because the GST paid will be accounted separately and it will be set off against the GST received and reported to the ATO. Right? Those are the two answers. First answer is paying. Remember, paying GST for an asset does not mean that its value increases, or actually the correct term is economic benefit. Economic benefit doesn't increase. Yes? Let's say you purchase a laptop for 1000 plus GST 100, right? So maybe after a couple of days, can you sell it for 1100, saying that I paid for 1100? No, because paying GST doesn't increase the economic benefit of the asset unless it is an accounts receivable. Accounts receivable, GST will increase. Yeah. Also accounts payable. Right. So for other assets, paying GST doesn't increase the economic benefit. The other answer, that's the first answer. Second answer is because GST is accounted separately and reported to the ATO, so that GST payments are not going to increase the value of assets. Okay. Okay, now how do we record it, guys, here? Right. Inventory, what happens? May 5th, debit, how much?
8,000.
Saying? Accounts payable. Now there is another rule, guys, here. If we know the accounts payable name or accounts receivable name, we have to write it. Right? What is that person's name? Lush Loan Seed. So Lush Loan Seed.
Do we have to write accounts payable? Or can we just write the name?
Yeah.
No, both. Yeah, that's a pain, I know. And also we won't have enough space as well. That's a problem. However, we can use acronyms in the ledger accounts. Okay, then what is the other item affected, guys? GST. Yes. And remember, when we have written the month on one side, we don't have to repeat the month again. We can just put the date 5. Right? Then what do we write? 800. What is it? Accounts payable. Right. Then we have debited 2 entries. Where do we credit?
Accounts payable.
Accounts payable. How much? 8800. Saying?
Huh?
Saying what?
GST clearing and entries / GST clearing.
Very good. Then, everyone is okay? Next one. Paid 3,000 for office furniture plus GST.
Debit
Debit
office furniture.
office furniture. What's the date? 10th. Asset increase, decrease. 3,000. Yep. Then GST clearing. Liability. What is it? Increase, decrease. Decrease 300. And where do you credit? How much? That 300. Asset increase, decrease. Okay, guys, shall we record it?
Lost. No, wait, no, back. Same.
Right, office furniture, May 10th, 3,000, cost reference, bank, then GST, 300, $10, bank, then where do you credit? Bank. How much? 300. You don't have to repeat the month, just write 10. What is the cost reference, guys?
GST clearing / GST.
Sorry?
Office furniture.
Office furniture. Furniture / GST clearing. Right. Next one. 25th. Right. What are the items affected, guys? Advertising and
GST clearing.
good. What happens to advertising?
It's expense.
Expense, yes.
Increase.
Increase or decrease?
Increase.
Increase, good. Some people say decrease. Okay, expense increase, right? 150. Then GST clearing, liabilities decrease. How much? 15. And where do you credit? Bank. Right. Then what do we do, guys? We have to do advertising. What happens? You record May 25. What's the cross reference? Bank 150. Right. Then advertising. Sorry. GST will be debited again 15. Saying what? Bank. And where do you credit? Bank. Yep. How much? 165. Saying yes. Slash GST clearing.
Wait, what is fair value?
Fair value is the value of an asset by the time it was contributed to the business, usually by the owner. So given that the owner had that asset in its possession for a while.
Who determines the fair value?
Good question. Like professionally should be determined by a valuer, but maybe it is an agreed value. It's an agreed value by the owner, accountant, kind of, them. Because like, if it is a small business, no pointing, paying to the valuer for valuing it. No point. But professionally it should be valued. Right. Then guys, yep, the last one. And contributed to the business a personal computer, fair value 1200. Right. Can there be GST here?
No.
No. Why? Why, Krishan?
Because it's capital contribution.
Yeah, because it's an internal transaction. Right. May 30th, yes. Yeah. What are the items affected? Computer and capital. Don't rub it. I'm just changing the color. Computer asset increase 1200. The next one is capital. Owner's equity increase 1200.
That's actually smart
Right. Then guys, computer, what happens? Where is computer? Yeah, computer is debit, May 30th. Saying what? Capital. And capital is credited 1200. 30th saying computer. That's it. How did you find recording in the ledger account? All right, good. Yeah. However, guys, how many transactions did we record? Only 6 in the future.
No.
Yeah, just to start, it is 6 years. Yeah, in the future you'll have 60. Actually, in your sack there can be about 15.
Yes, and like we laugh here.
Yes.
It's like a guy actually sitting down and doing what it is.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes. I mean, yeah. We have. I mean, each and every transaction we don't record it like that. For example, mainly what we will have is sales and purchases. So sales, where do we record? Do you remember where we record sales? No, I mean like in the record initially. That's where we report. Yeah, after source documents, where do you record?
Sales
journal.
Sales journal if it's a credit sale. If it's a cash sale,
Cash receipts.
cash receipts journal. Then what do we do? We sum it up. Then we get the total and we record once. Otherwise, if you are going to do it like one by one, it's hard. But however, those transactions, they can be sometimes one by one because you are paying advertising, you are paying electricity bill, like one-off transaction in a month. Those things we'll have to do. So accountants are busy. But however, now, they have systems like, it's like easier. Yeah. Okay, now guys, this sales part we'll do later. Right, now I have to show you how to balance the ledger accounts. Have you done balancing at school? No. Okay, now that's good. We are going to learn balancing. Right. Firstly, writing steps is actually hard, but more than that, doing it practically it's easy. Right. Firstly, we'll write total, the amounts on each side, and then write the larger of these two totals on both sides. Yeah.
Earnest equity increases, so it's credit, right? So why'd you like debit?
Did you record debit?
I think so.
If I did, I'm wrong. Capital?
No, like in the
Which account?
in the general.
In the analyzing chart? Really? Did you mean for the last one?
yeah.
Last one? Computer debit? No, capital is credit side, the last column.
Okay,
Yeah?
What if you're not given an analyzing chart? You don't give an analyzing chart. You just go straight.
Yeah?
You need not be given the analyzing chart.
Yes. Analyzing chart, I'm going to cut off in the future. Yeah. Only for the first few questions we'll have analyzing chart, but then we are going to get rid of. However, it's coming in a different version in the future. Okay. Then in the exam, you will have a choice. You will have to do whatever they ask. They'll ask you just ledger accounts, then you have to do the ledger accounts. Otherwise, they'll ask you the analyzing chart in an integrated version, which we call as a general journal.
Oh, general.
Yes. Okay. In the general journal, we don't have these middle columns, classification, increase, decrease. Apart from those, we'll have the rest. That you have to do in your head. So keep your head safe, yes? Huh? So keep your head safe. Right. Number 2, calculate the balance by deducting the total of the smaller side. Number 3, enter this balance as a proper ledger entry with matching debit and credit, the balance above the total on the smaller side is called closing, and the balance recorded below the total on the larger side is called opening balance for the next period. I'll give you a couple of minutes, please read it. We have half an hour, yes?
Why do you write the larger?
We have half an hour, yes?
No.
By 6:30.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Oh, that's correct.
7 o'clock.
No, we started at 4.
Yeah, we started at 4.
Yeah.
Still
6:30.
That's at 3:30.
That's at
No,
3:30.
we started at 4.
No, that one said
If you look at
3:30.
your clock, it says 7 o'clock.
And that clock is correct.
That one said 3:30.
Wait. So why do you write the larger the two totals on both sides?
Yes, that's how we balance. Okay, shall we do it? Right. Okay, guys, this is what we are going to do. Now, let's balance John. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, now there is something called, guys, balancing, right? Firstly, we have to find the larger total out of the two sides. We have two sides, debit and credit, left hand, right hand side, right? Don't get used to call left and right hand side. That's not really professional. We are calling debit and credit hereafter, right? So it is meant to be left hand side is debit and right hand side is credit. Okay, so debit side and credit side, we have to get the larger total. We don't have to really calculate it. In this one, bank account, by looking at it, we can figure it out. Which side? Left. Yeah. Don't call left, debit. Okay? Right. Debit side is the larger total. Now, let's say if you couldn't figure it out, then you have to get the total, both sides, and check what is larger, right? Okay. I will get the 40,000. we record here. And then in the same line, repeat the total on the other side and draw one line above and double underline both the amounts. Yes, now we have to get the difference. Basically what we are going to do, guys, we are going to make up the total. Now, right, what I'm going to do is, okay, we'll do it 5, 8, 9, 35, 985. Yeah.
No calculus.
Right, 35, 985. What do you call this one? That's what we call as the balance. Right? Now you'll call balance. And for that one, guys, put the last day of the month, which is 31st, because it's May. Yep. You know how to figure out the days in every month, yes? Yeah. On the knuckle, yes? Yep. So if it is on the top, it's 31 January. If it is on the whole, February and so on. Right? So you can't carry a calendar to the exam, but you can definitely carry your knuckles, right? So then you can count. Okay, then
Wait. You don't have to write. You don't have the smaller balance.
yes, we write. This is we don't write the smaller. No, you mean the smaller total? No. Okay, then we go to the next. The other side, guys. We will write June 1st because it's the next period. We'll write balance. How much? Same amount, 35, 985. Right. Now, do you understand what we did? You want me to repeat? We firstly figured out the large total out of the debit and credit sides in the bank account. Right? Then the large total we repeated on both sides. And on the smaller side, what did we do? We make up the total for the larger total, yes, which is the difference.
Yes.
So 35,985 is missing on the left hand side to get to the larger total, which is 40,000. Then we wrote it as a balance, and then after the double underline, we recorded the same amount and we call the balance, and the first day of the next period. Now, what does this mean, guys? So the real balance of the bank account is on which side? On the right hand side or left hand side? Debit side or credit side?
Credit.
The
Real balance is on which side? We have the same amount. Debit. Why? The meaning of this one is the debit side of the bank account is higher by 35,985. Yes? Than the credit side. In other words, also you can say there are 35,985 sitting on the debit side of the bank account after all the transaction in May. That's the meaning. Got the point? Any questions?
And so wait, that means the 35,985 is the balance, the opening balance.
Yes, for June. Very good. Now we have something called, guys, trial balance. Okay, we'll go and record it. Now, what is the proper balance for this one? Debit side or credit side? Debit side. Then we are going to the trial balance. Right? But this date, make sure 31st May, last day. We are recording it as of last day. But however, we'll record what is the account name? Bank. Which side? Debit or credit? debit 35,985. Okay, now like that, we have to do for all the other ledger accounts. Shall we do it? Right, capital 41,200. Then actually no game here. Why? There is nothing on the other side. So then you can write 41,200 straight away. May 31st balance. And then that is coming from the after the double underline, after the total, June 1st balance 41,200. Okay.
So in this case, the credit side is 41,200.
Yes, now we'll go to the trial balance, guys. What do you say? Capital on the credit 41,200. Right? Okay. Next one. Prepaid rent, no problem. Easy.
Can you scroll back to capital?
For capital?
Why is the 31 balance like 2 cells above?
Yeah, because that's the very first one. We are writing all the way in the first one on the left hand, on the debit side.
Oh.
Okay? Well, it's not a big deal, but that's how we are get used to write like that. Okay? Right. Then we have, what is it? Prepaid rent, guys. Prepaid rent expense is the proper term. $41,200. Sorry, 500. Done. Next one. GST clearing, guys. 5,6,1165. Yeah, you have to draw the lines, okay? I can see some people haven't drawn lines. Yeah, you have to get used to the exact the same way that I'm doing. Because otherwise, if you don't learn it now, you are, I mean, when you go away, I mean, as you go, you guys will, more things will be left. Right? You are going to drop more things. And there will be very few that you will have at the end. Okay? That's where basically the students invent their own things. I mean, I respect that, but we can't, do it in the exam. You can't invent new things, unfortunately. Right. 1165, GST clearing, debit. And also, I know your school teachers also do the same thing. They invent their own way of like balancing ledger accounts. They are wrong, okay? Except this one. Because if you have any problem, if you want to check my teaching, then go to the textbook and check. Okay? Go to the always textbook. That's our priority. So go to the checkbook and check. Then tell me, come back this is wrong or something, yeah, you can show it to me. Especially I have seen in your school teachers, you know, they are really funny. They are doing their own methods of balancing. Right, inventory, 8,000. Right, then accounts payable, there is another informal method of balancing ledger accounts as well. You don't have to really do it. I mean, if you want, I can teach you, but there is an informal method. Yeah, I'll show you that one as well. Right. The informal method is, guys, now see for example advertising. Right? Advertising, debit side we have 150, credit side we have nothing. So then what you can do is basically the balance will be 150. We circle. That's informal. We call footing. Not the thing that we say. Footing. Ghost. Right? Footing. Okay? This is called footing. That's the informal method. Right. I think you should be fine with the rest. I'll just put the balances, guys. 150 here. Advertising, computer 1200.
Do we have to add it all up at the end for each one?
Yes. And then we can check if we are correct, yes. Yeah, balance into 50,000, guys.
Yeah.
Now this is exactly what our uncle said, yes? Remember? Who is our uncle? Luca Festival, yeah. Remember your uncle, yes? Okay. 50,000. That's what he said. So he asked us to write but these are not the same amounts. But we did that. These are just the balances.